There's a problem with Universes Beyond, and it starts on October 7th. Hi everyone and welcome back. MTG Moxman here. Thanks a lot for hanging out with me on the channel today. Warhammer 40k gets released October 7th. We got Lord of the Rings coming around. We've had The Walking Dead. We've even had My Little Pony. Every time Wizards of the Coast accesses a new IP, there are lots of good news, bad news scenarios. The good news for Wizards of the Coast and Games Workshop, who owns Warhammer 40k, is both companies get more exposure. You have Warhammer 40k getting access to Magic players and vice versa, Magic players access to Warhammer 40k. There's a chance for both audiences to grow, which is to a mutual benefit. Not to mention that because Wizards of the Coast is borrowing their IP and licensing it out, they paid Games Workshop a very hefty sum of money. This is great for that company. On the player side of things, the exposure to Warhammer 40k will be a refreshing diversion from your regular format. Every time new cards get added into the Commander format, it's great for everyone as it allows for new deck construction, or in this case, solo play if you don't want to mix your decks up and keep them together. This is going to be great for everyone, and that artwork is like truly just amazing. With the success of Warhammer 40k Commander decks, we are more likely to see Wizards of the Coast go ahead and license other IPs. Could we maybe see an Army of Darkness, Commander deck series, or a Secret Lair drop? Who knows what they'll license, but they will be looking to license other products because this one has done so well. Even the local LGS is having that feel-good moment with Warhammer 40k and Wizards of the Coast. When the spoiler season came out and everyone was super impressed with the artwork, the cards, the mechanics, most of these products that were already kind of high priced got sold out in an instant. The LGSs that didn't sell out pulled that product off to break apart and sell as singles, making sure that the LGS makes even more money. Everyone seems pretty happy at this point. After seeing the Warhammer 40k artwork and the card mechanics, Wizards of the Coast has me super excited to see what they're going to do with Lord of the Rings, that Tolkien property, as soon as we get a chance. What is that? The third quarter of 2023. So far, I've got to admit, things are looking very bright when we're looking at all the amazing Universe Beyond products that they're showing us. Now, with every upside, of course, there has to be a downside. Let's take a look at some of the downside aspects of Warhammer 40k and Universe Beyond products. Every time Wizards of the Coast licenses intellectual property, they have to pay a fee when they've worked out the contract with the company or property owner of that intellectual property. They got to pay a lot of money. And when they pay a lot of money, they're not doing it out of the goodness of their hearts. They're going to pass that on to us. So for every successful product line that they do with each new IP, you can expect increased prices and, of course, higher production runs so they can capitalize on that product while they have it under their licensing rights. Another issue is the length of their licensing of that IP. How many print runs are they allowed to do? How long do they have that IP under contract, under their thumb, to get the printings out to us? If a product is very popular, hopefully they have it for a longer period of time. But if they don't, if it's a shorter run, we could be in some serious trouble. Popular IPs are already going to sell well. Lord of the Rings, Warhammer 40k. But how about the single individual cards and the mechanics held within that set? If you like original artwork on a particular card that can no longer be reprinted because the IP has lapsed, then the secondary market prices will surge, causing a real problem for players who want to get their hands on some of these amazing cards that may no longer be available. Wizards of the Coast is not going to leave money on the table though, so have no fear. I'm sure there are loopholes in their licensing agreements for these IPs which will allow for reprintings. They'll be at a higher fee structure, I'm sure, but they will be available as an option to Wizards of the Coast. They're just going to pass the cost along down the line. But if enough players want to get their hands on it, I can be sure that it's going to come around again because Wizards wants to make money. That's what they do, as well as offering a phenomenal game for us to play. With what we've seen for Warhammer 40K and the upcoming IPs they haven't even shown us yet, I'm sure the next 3 or 4 years in Magic the Gathering is going to be an amazing experience for all the casual players, the die-hard core players, and even the reserve list style collectors who like to get their hands on that unique piece of Magic the Gathering history. I'm MTG Moxman, and thanks a lot for hanging out with me on the channel today. I really hope you all enjoyed the content. Warhammer 40K, bring it on. I can't wait to play. This is the portion of the video dedicated to all my fantastic patrons out there who show their support each and every month. Thank you again, everyone. I'm looking forward to seeing you on the live stream this weekend. This is that end part of the video where I just say the thank you to all those special people who make it to the end of each and every video I put out. Army of Darkness should definitely be in the comment section today because that's what I'm hoping to see as an IP. When people ask me what I would do, I would probably lose my mind and buy quite a bit of it. That's just the way I am when it comes to Army of Darkness. You guys know that. Swallow Your Soul, the whole bit. I can't get enough of it. And Halloween's coming. I watch it every day in the month of October. Once every day. I know. It's weird that way. It's Army of Darkness. How can you go wrong? Thanks a lot for hanging out with me, guys. Thanks for being here at the end of the video. Make sure you leave that Army of Darkness comment. Let's get on to some awesome stuff. This is going to be a great time, man. I'm so psyched.